Welcome to InterviewU, where your questions take center stage. You submit the questions, and we interview the professionals.
That's Marcus, and I'm Lily, and we're about to interview Joanna Ruth for you. I'm asking the questions from a client's perspective, while Marcus takes on the role of interviewer.
Today is all about emotional alignment coaching, as Joanna Ruth begins supporting the carnivore community as they aspire to reach their health goals.
So watch, listen, and learn all about Joanna Ruth and emotional alignment.
What life experiences have shaped your coaching philosophy?
Well, the major life experiences that I have been through, I would say, was my early life trauma with family structure, the loss of my mother, and the reaction of my family to that, and how that worked in with my upbringing. And then also, I did a lot of learning with indigenous Hawaiian spiritual traditional folk, and I came to understand the simplicity of their perspective on life. It's very, very different to the modern perspective. And it enabled me to be able to see the modern world from another angle. And I think that's helped me a great deal.
How do you support clients in identifying goals that truly align with their emotional well-being?
Well, generally my clients come because they already know what they want to achieve, and they've been trying to achieve it and they can't achieve it, no matter what they seem to do. And so that's really the beginning of the exploration into the subconscious. What part of it have they been able to achieve? What part of it aren't they able to achieve? And we start to investigate what the invisible rule is in their subconscious mind, or what the invisible instruction is. And so we talk about scenarios in their own personal history that might illustrate that rule.
How do I know if emotional alignment is the right coaching method for me at this stage in life?
Well, there are two options. The first option is that you come into an emotional alignment session and test out your readiness. And as long as you understand that there is a test of readiness, and if you don't meet that test, then the session turns into generalist coaching to give you feedback on maybe what it's going to take for you to get yourself to readiness. The other option is that you try everything else that you can think of, that you can come across, and you still have the problem, and you use emotional alignment, life coaching, as a last resort. And that's generally what happens. Option number 2 is generally what happens. And I'm hoping to encourage people to try emotional alignment and let themselves come to readiness much, much earlier so there's less suffering.
Do you have a guiding mantra or principle that shapes your coaching practice?
Perhaps my mantra would be do what it takes to resolve the trauma, heal the wounds, and get back to living the life that you want to be living, because that's what it's here for.
What kind of follow-up or post-coaching support do you offer to ensure lasting change?
Well, the emotional alignment process itself, the technique itself, provides a permanent solution of change. Once you realign what is misaligned in the subconscious mind, you've basically taken away a set of instructions. So if you had instructions that said, no matter what, always go left, no matter what, always go left, and you find something interesting to the right and you try to go to the right consciously, you're fighting against always go to the left. How do you go to the right when you always have to go to the left? If we go into the subconscious mind and we figure out that there is an instruction that was invisible to the client, always go to the left, then, and we change that instruction to, you are now allowed to go to the left when it is appropriate, and you're allowed to go to the right when it's appropriate. You're also allowed to go to neither, or you can go straight ahead. If you need to turn around and go backwards, you can go in any direction you like. Once that realignment occurs, then the person can have free choice. And so there is a permanent solution that occurs. The instruction of always go to the left doesn't have an opportunity to re-embed itself, because where is it going to come from? The client would have to have another traumatic experience where they learned that they must always go to the left, because it isn't a temporary solution. Once the light of consciousness comes onto something that is hidden from you in your mind, all of a sudden it can't exist anymore. It's almost like the Wicked Witch of the West having water poured on her and she melts away.
What's your approach if I struggle with self-sabotaging habits or recurring negative thoughts?
Well, emotional alignment, life coaching, is designed to get into the subconscious for that exact reason. So we are dealing with compulsivity that comes via the subconscious mind, via what we would call programming that occurred when perhaps you did need that support, but after so many years of having that very, very restrictive support, you now find the restriction is too much. But because the rule in the subconscious or the belief was set such a long time ago, and you were not quite aware of how it's connecting to your world today, then you come into emotional alignment, life coaching, and we make those connections. And oh, wow, I had no idea that that was causing that.
I hope you've enjoyed our interviews, and thank you to everyone who's submitted questions so far.
If you've got fresh ideas, leave your questions and comments below, and we'll get to work on them.
Bye for now.
See you in our next set of interviews.
Hello, I'm Joanna Ruth, but you can call me Joanna. I've embraced a carnivore lifestyle increasingly for the past 10 years. Now honing my diet to include meat, seafood, eggs, butter and salt. No plants or dairy anymore for me. With 30 years of experience in education, teaching both adults and children, I've spent the last 20 years developing effective life coaching methods. I now focus on the mental environment as a crucial factor in our health, and I'm excited to share the method of emotional alignment with the carnivore community, another secret weapon to use for our well-being successes. I hope you enjoyed watching this episode. Please subscribe to the channel and email us if you'd like more information about life coaching. Here's a playlist for the entire series. Please like and subscribe. It helps more than you know. See you in the next video.